Read another poem from this book. This is called An Ode to Parking Lots. I grew up in rural Kentucky, and I always wanted to be somewhere where there were things to do other than drugs, sex, mourning the ones who died young, and sitting in parking lots. I knew the only way I'd see 20 years old was if I left. The night before I moved to Boston for school, I drove alone on the country back roads, windows down, singing Hannah Montana, You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home. All I wanted to do was leave, and when it came time to leave, the only thing I wanted to do was stay, to hold on to everything I ever had. But I got out and I went to the big city where there was later stage capitalism, where funny accents called my accent funny, and where those Northeast tempers made me wonder what the hell I left home for. But I stuck it out for all the people before me who were stuck, for all of my people who worked on raggedy cars, small farms, and oil rigs and wanted to paint, write, or play guitar in a big old band. It was on the Thanksgiving break that I first returned home, and the night I got back, that I drove alone on those country back roads singing Casey Musgrave's Dime Store Cowgirl. I have since graduated and moved back to Kentucky, but I live in the big city of Louisville, where I have yet to call where I live home. I go back often, and many of the people I once held close are now gone, whether it's out of Henderson County or just in general. Sarah was my best friend in high school, and she left, but she comes back too sometimes. My hometown is different every single time I come back, and I am different every single time I come back. It seems that all home has to offer me is grief over what once was and what is no longer. But I have a place to call home, and I'm held every day by the love of the people who stay, holding it down in my hometown. Sarah was my best friend in high school, and we were doing everything we shouldn't have, but she made it to working as an engineer, and I made it to being a writer. Sarah was my best friend in high school, and I got to see her for the first time in a long time recently. I asked her to hang out, and she said, okay, you want to come here or hang out in a parking lot? She gets drug tested for her big government engineering job, and we don't do half the stuff that we used to think was fun anyway. In retrospect, we acted like we didn't have no damn sense, because we didn't. Yeah, we had a lot of fun back in the day, but I wasn't sure if we'd have much to talk about anymore. It ain't the same, but it doesn't have to be. It ain't the same because we ain't the same, and thank God for it. Many of the people I loved did not get a chance to grow up. And no matter how complicated or hard it is to come back, I will always come home. Many of my best memories were spent in the parking lots of stores ending in Mart. I spent all 4 years in Boston wishing they had better parking lots and better accents. This is all to say that I texted Sarah back, yes, in all caps with 3 E's and 9 S's. We had everything to talk about, everything. And it is the privilege of my life to grow older with the few of us who are left. I wish I would have understood how beautiful it was to have nothing to do except listen to girl power country, chat shit, and buy Swishers and chips at the gas station next door to our high school, which was next door to the Kmart. I am learning that the simplest times are the best times this life has to offer. Those country back roads will always take me home.